welcome to another video on the Advent of Code. We're on day 18, part 2 now. So if we have a look at this. Right, so the first half was we basically had a lot of 1x1 cubes and we had to work out how many exposed faces there were. And what are we saying here? Yeah, I did have a feeling it might be something like this. So yeah, basically those cubes might enclose something completely. So for example, in this input, 225 is like surrounded on all sides, I guess. Yeah, because we got 223 and 224, and then we've got these fives, something there will kind of surround it entirely. So we need to be able to work out where those hotspots are and basically what's reachable and what's not. So we've got a Hack Studio open. I think for this I might actually not do this kind of surface thing because it doesn't really help with what we're doing. But for the second half, and there might be a better way to do it. Yeah, and it's quite large, I guess. What I might do though is see how big we are looking, and so we'll probably need to get max there. Max equals max of max and cube.x. Need to do that 3 times with z and y, and I just want to see what max looks like. Max equals max, and if we find which command I was doing, 18, right, so we can't do that because our max doesn't actually, I thought max we made it do usize. Right, maybe I'll read this a bit more. Yeah, it is because, let's have a look at our input first. Right, we don't have any negative numbers, so what I think I'll do with that is these cubes we can probably just have usize and usize and usize, and I guess these will need to be like that, and it still didn't like it. It's private. What we can do is probably just make them public, and we'll try not edit it. Still not right. ABS. That screws up these things. Where do we do that? Yeah, I guess. Where did we use that? We used it in this touches. What I might do is just return true, and did we have a multi-line comment in a jakt? No, maybe? Yeah, it doesn't know that. Maybe I will just delete that just to see if it compiles, and I want to see what the max is for things. We got a crash and crash because we're doing some minusing, but we did get a max 2 on the example input. That's not quite right. So we do some minusing at some point. On the edge edges. Yeah, I think we do need all of this. I should make Control Z a bit easier. So I think we just need to go as bang I64 here and maybe copy that and use a laggy mouse to click, 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 and do the same there. That will probably do it. We did a weird thing there. Gosh, another one. Cube.y. We didn't actually do the thing that we wanted. Right, so this is good, and it should hopefully give us a max. Our max is 19. That doesn't seem right to me. And why it doesn't seem right is it potentially could be right. That's like quite small. I like it. Alright, in that case, we are just getting rid of that, and we're going to get rid of the surface thing. And maybe we will call this cubes. It's because I'm in Control F, get rid of that. Right, so yeah, we'll just collect all the cubes. There's a weird noise. Don't expect noises at the moment. Right, so all this touching stuff we can just get rid of. And so I guess what we're going to have is like maybe like a grid, and it can just be whatever this function will give us, and maybe we'll pass in some cubes, and maybe I might call this size. In fact, no, I'll do something like this, max plus 1. So I think we need one more from the max, because we want to be able to store that. And so that make grid will need to do stuff. And so I guess, yeah, I will get rid of these, and call this just a struct. So I guess we don't need ABS anymore, and probably not panic anymore, but we do need max for this. And here we can have function make grid, and it is going to take some cubes, and they are going to be a set of cube. And we are also going to take a size, which is going to be E size, and we're going to return a 3-dimensional grid of maybe cell. That L is like a not great font. Like it looks like I've got 5 of these, but I've only got 3 because the bottom tail isn't on the L's. And this cell can be an enum, and what is it can have? We're going to have some lava, and we are also going to have empty, and maybe we can have air. I think that's what they're called, these air pockets. Guess it's water. Yeah, because like water's coming through, or I don't know. We'll call it water. It might not be quite right, but right. So yeah, we are going to need like a return value, and it's going to be this 3-dimensional thing. And then we kind of wanted like construct construct it for y and so like in here we'll have y's, I guess, and it's just going to be a two-dimensional array, and maybe in here we can just go y's.push, and we can pass in a I can't yeah, we'll have it here to start with, and we'll do it for size, maybe a space there, and then rect can just get push y's, and that's kind of it. But we also need to go through all the cubes, and we need to basically go grid. Maybe I like it being called grid, because we're making a grid. And here we can go grid c dot z and c dot y and c dot x, and we can set that to be lava. Yeah, and we need a bracket there. So that will kind of make our grid there. Now I think from here we can probably get a function part 1, and here we can take in a grid which is that, and we can return a uSize. So here we're like gonna go through and basically see whether things in the grid like, do we need, yeah, I think we also need all the cells, all the cubes. As you know, we don't. Yeah, cool. So here we do like a similar thing, grid.size, y0.grid, z.size, and for x in grid z y.size. They should all be the same size, but it's potentially more correct to do it that way. And here we can have a new ret equal 0, I guess, to start with, and we can return that ret. And in here, basically, if grid z, y, and x is lava, then we want to do some things. We basically want to check each of its neighbors, and if it is not lava, that means it is good to go. And yeah, like we haven't like set the water and air type stuff at all yet, and once we do, the way I am thinking of it will happen, it will still kind of work. So here, what do we want? I think we could probably just do like if grid if maybe is lava, that may not is lava, and we can pass in our grid, and maybe we can go z plus 1, y, and x. If that is the case, we'll just ret plus plus, and here we will just do like 6 of these. And basically do all of those, and if they are good, we'll add to our ret. So that's like our 6 possible. Oh yeah, there's one up there. 6 possible edges, and if they are not lava, then it is legit. So I guess we need a function is lava, and we're going to take in a grid. It'd be cool if I could like type def this thing into like a grid, because I've in previous times I've done something like this, and in here we have a inner thing which has that cell, but then when you have it, you'd have to have something like grid.g like that, which I would prefer just working directly on the grid like that, but yeah, it is what it is. So here we're going to have a ZU size, YU. In fact, I might put them back in this order, just because it's, I don't know, make it confusing for other people. Yeah, I guess I can do something like this, and for X as well. Right, and if it is lava, basically, we need to like make sure we can subtract. So y is greater than 1, greater than equal to 1, and that, and z is greater than equal to 1, and that, and x is greater than equal to 1, and that. The other ones, like, yeah, we can also do stuff here. Yeah, right, so if x is, we're guarding that x is, well, really we're guarding that z is less than grid.size, and y is less than grid z.size, and also that x is less than grid z y.size. Otherwise, we can just return false. It is not lava. There is just the edge. Otherwise, we can just return grid z, y, and x is lava. I think we can do that, and that will do it. Right, so here we make the cubes, and we can probably go, well, we can probably just go part 1 equals part 1, did I just call it that? Yep, and we can pass in that grid that we just made. And the max we don't need, and, oh gosh, we can't do that still. Why not? Gosh, where do you start? Build.sh day 18 2 and 1 and go to less. Oh, I didn't want that. It's done something. Right, we need to kill all jakt, maybe. I need to know what process is running real hard. Well, I guess we can kill all less. Gosh, it's not liking it. skill or -9 or less. Gosh. What's this even saying? Cube isn't found. Bless is taking a while to fail. We don't actually, so we need to go let cube equals this, and cool, crash reporter is dying. This system is not going well. Cubes.push a cube. I might save that. Is it saving? Or I'm not sure it is. It's still got that. It's thinking about saving. We're still failing at either like opening a system thing. I think I'm gonna have to kill the system. But that might have saved. No, it's still thinking about it. Oh, I kind of don't want to crash it when it's thinking about saving, because it could get some corruption. Right, that looks like it's saved. It's still not doing well, but we will. It's putting out some stuff. Yeah, there was like a crash. Oh no, yeah, it just wasn't liking it. Sometimes it does that. So if I jump back in and probably like log back into everything, like set it all up. I wonder, I should look into whether you can like auto set stuff up, I guess, for lack of a better word. So here we want to go to admin.code.com, and maybe this can just like go over there somewhere. Advent of code, and we want to start up a Hack Studio, and Hack Studio was taking a bit there, and maybe something is going 100% again. What do? We just open up Hack Studio. I'll start it again. It could be anything. I'll maybe go a bit slower for it, getting the startup process. Right, so we're up 16 by 4. Yep, that one there. And we also want to open a thing and open a browser. And here, I'm like real nervous. I'm going to open up this before it all dies. And here we can go to advent.code.com, and we can go to here, and we can go to advent.code, and right, so we've started going 100% on something. On the shell, just by going into that directory, it has gone nuts. Let's kill it. Advent of code. This is all good. Alright. And that's all good. No, we're going 100% again on the shell in this. I don't know what is happening there. maybe I'll just keep that open. What I could do is open up that directory. Will it? Yeah, because I normally just do a dot. And so the shell is going nuts again. Why is the shell? Will that kill Hack Studio as well? Alright, system on it has crashed. Gosh, just, yep. 5, 4, right. We seem to be alright here. I'll open up another shell, maybe kill that, sure. And we'll go into that directory and just see what happens. Yeah, so we've lost it. Does that bring it back? That doesn't. Oh, I haven't seen this before, and I've been using Serenity a bit. And we've got 5 gigs. Yeah, I think I do want to kill shell. Can we just do it all in Hack Studio? I think we can. Did that not kill? Yes, kill the thing that is taking 100% of the CPU things. It's just not wanting to do it. Yeah, kill. Just, can we kill 9 it from here? Yeah, what if we stop it and then kill it? Right, so this build, it's running that, cool. It probably just can't handle it because of the shell taking up everything. It's kind of interesting. Yeah. I kind of want to see what it's up to. So it's not doing much now. If we advent of code 2022, haven't pushed enter yet. Just trying different things. We're getting it. It's still looking good. Right, no, now it's going into it. So I guess this directory might not be great. If we go, say, we get clone get hub.com, do we do that? Yeah, if you import /advent of code 2022 and maybe just do that and clone another one. That's right, we can oh, that is not right. Right, we can kill that, gosh. It doesn't want to kill that. Can we just close it? What if we do this profile? Sure, what is it doing? um, right, thinking what I might do. So what's it doing? It's trying to like read a line. Can we get ch mod? Yeah, that will do. And can we also go get clone? No. Gosh. I'll open up another one. What about files? Right. Git clone git at github.com then /advent of code 2022 and put that in advent. I'll clone that down and then see if after a reboot I can just go into that folder and not have it go 100%. I'm unsure whether it will though. This one can go if it's allowed. Right, it's doing things. Right, that just disappeared and crashed. Hopefully we can just get this and then I'll shut down and start again. Oh yeah, I haven't no, I can copy that file that I had been editing across. Yeah, I know you crashed like a million years ago. Otherwise I could update Serenity. I'm a bit behind and like potentially this is a known issue. I don't know. And it started because like I piped jakt to a less I just want this to finish, please. Experimental operating systems. They're pretty cool. I mean, it is pretty cool how much I have achieved inside an operating system that's only been around for like a couple of years. I'm wondering if it has completed. Like if I kill it now, will all the stuff be done? Because like it's done all the things that Git needs to do, and normally this is just when it falls back to. Right, so we got this back again. I can try and kill some of these shells that have gone 100%, and hopefully that's not the one we're doing. Yep, I do. It's just too taxing on the system. Yep, just all of them. No, we can't do that. Right. It can just go. also wonder whether like the file system has kind of been corrupted. Right, so admin exists. It seems alright. Say if we do like a test on 1, goes 100% for the compile. I'm just looking at the little graph. I could probably pull it up a bit better. Hopefully it's just back on the compile. Oh gosh, like yeah, I would have expected it to do something by now. What are we 100%ing on? Bet you it shall. It shall. Right. I think that's all I can do. Because, yeah. I will see how bad a rebuild will be. Sure, let's just stash those changes. What I had done, I did some things. I do need this one, so I guess get stash minus P. What are the keys for that? None from this file. D. And yep. And then maybe I'll get stash the rest of it. And now we can pull. Let's see what. And like maybe do that. And we want to pop stash 1, I guess. It has conflicted on the interesting. Right, so I guess reset minus hard head. Maybe someone fixed that bug. So we'll see what this is going to do. Like, I don't really like having a video just watch compiling, but yeah, it might have to recompile a lot. We'll find out shortly once it does all the lagom stuff. How much you need to do? Right, you need to do like 5,000 files. I want to see source, source OS dev and Serenity. I believe I have it. So build x86 and root home non. Yeah, so we don't have it there, but it's probably like in a file system. Disk image. Yeah, alright, let's do some stuff. Mount minus O, read only maybe, and maybe just put that there. We probably need a loop, make dir, that mount point. We don't need a loop, and we have everything that we have, and in, I didn't know there was a nonna. Maybe we'll just pretend that we are. Cool, so here we have our stuff. So what I can do is, in the meantime, we can pick up where we picked off, and maybe we can just put that here, and maybe we can mount that mount directory, and we can go to admin, and maybe we can go full screen on that, and at some point Serenity might just pop up and get us to try it. That's right. Sure. Config. Actually no, can we just go you go ch own hue, I think my group is, minus r and dot on this. Yeah, and now it should like it a bit better. We've got a 1. I wonder what the 1 is. It's nothing. Oh, that's probably from when I did that thing. And we have a bunch of our changes. So if we run tests, yeah, can we go build .sh? Yeah, so I think this, yeah, that won't work. But I think I just have a working copy of this, and what are we up to? 18. Yeah, cool. So we can go back to this, and we'll just do it in Vim. Is lava. Here we want to do something like x, y, and then z is that. Order matters, I guess, and maybe we will do little macro. So we can find z, we can delete tilde comma, we can go to the next comma. Did that do? Yeah, we can go to the next comma. We can paste that in. Maybe we can go 1 over, then paste it in. No, maybe we can go 1 over, 2 over, and maybe we can find, v to that, which should just get there, and then we paste that, and then we go back. How do we do that? What is it? Was a comma. Right. Let's. Right. So here we start a thing. We can maybe find n first, and then we can find z, and then we can delete to that, and then we can find a comma, and then we can maybe just go over to, and then find visual to the bracket, and then paste it, and then comma is not sending me back. Maybe we can go back to D and then paste whatever we had, and then maybe we can go down a line and then go there and maybe do that. And did it work? No, it didn't. So delete to that, then find that, then B to that, and then paste that, and then paste that there. That's what I wanted it to do. So find an N, and then find a Z. In fact, let's find a comma, go across to, and then delete to the next comma, then find a comma, then paste that over top, and then backwards find a comma twice, and then paste that, and then go down and there. We weren't saving anything. Cool. What haven't I done? This one. So we can find a comma, delete, find, delete to that one, then find another one, then paste over that, then find back that, and then paste that, and then we'll see if that does the trick. It doesn't. Yeah, I wonder why it doesn't. Because we were going delete till there, then finding another comma, then visual, finding to there, then pasting over that, then finding back twice, and then pasting that. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't like it. Maybe we can just do this, and right, we've got all 6, and maybe we can try and run that and see what it did. Right, expected initializer, yep, that's cool. So we do need to indeed initialize it, and maybe we can run a jakt inside here. Expected initializer there, that's alright. And this whole thing will need to throw. Right, that's all we needed to do. So that runs and it does something, but it doesn't print anything. We never run it. Build day 18. And optional of an int, it's we probably have the wrong input. Input day maybe 18.example to input, and maybe try and run that again. Yeah, in 64, and I guess I will open up a Chrome and undo whatever I did there, but not that much, thanks. Yeah, we want to keep that throws, and maybe I'll go to advent of code, because yeah, we basically got back up to that, and I wonder if we can go test 18, and it shouldn't need to compile it again. So our actual input is not quite right. Gosh, which one do we do? I think that's the one we do. Are we checking everything we want to check? We do all of that. And here we go up 1 on Z, and we go down 1 on Z, we go up 1 on Y, we go down 1 on Y, we go up 1 on X, and we go down 1 on X. That seems right. Maybe yeah, so we need to like compile it manually there after saving it. So we're like just a few short. And we've got like 6 spaces there. Maybe we can like print line, or maybe what we can do is mute CMT equals 0 and CMT plus plus, and at the end we can just print line CMT equals that and CMT. So if we run that, it should give us basically a word count 2176, and if we go word count on input 2176. So yeah, we've got the right number of lava things in there. I think I know. Yeah, this we need to return true, not true, but true. And now I think it should give us the right input because they're like right on the edge. We get less. I would have expected. Yeah, I would have expected. So the right answer was 3396. Yeah. I think this needs to be or. And maybe equals. So basically, if it's yeah, I think we just need to do this. And 3396 and 3396. It's like a bit gross. What we could do is maybe z equals 0 or all of this. No, I'll just do it there. It's kind of grossness because if we were passing in I64s instead of U sizes, we could go negative and we can just have a guard. If it's negative, then return false. But instead we have to do that logic here, which is maybe a bit annoying. But yeah, that does the trick and it gets part 1. So part 2, we can probably have a similar thing. I just want to check how that's going. It's nearly finished compiling by some definition of nearly. So here we can have a part 2 function which will do a similar thing, except if it is lava, we want to check that the thing next to it is empty and is, what do we call it, water, is lava. So maybe all of these is lava can go to is water. And I think we want to get rid of all these knots. Yes, not with nothing. Yep. And this is going to be part 2, isn't it? And we can make a function is water, I guess. Lava and water. Lava can go to water. And if we do that, maybe we can copy inputs day 18.example to our input, and we can run that again, and so we get 0. That's alright because we haven't actually done anything to kind of fill it in. So I think how I'm going to do this is we're going to have like a new reachable, and this can be a set of, maybe I'll have a set of tuples and it can be U size, U size, U size, something like that. In fact, it's kind of like a 3D point. I mean, it's kind of like a cube, to be honest. call it a cube because we already have that. And to start with, we want to maybe have 2 loops, and we can have kind of those 2 things. And here we want to like if grid 0 and then A and then B. I think this might be asking for my password. Yeah. So I'll just see if Serenity like crashes out again, or it is doing some things. Right. So fresh system. We'll see if this lets us get into here. Seems like it is. Maybe we can run tests on that. That looks good. So what I think I might do is save this just as is, and we'll SCP. Oh no, it's gone 100% again. I think I needed like just rebuild my Serenity and do that. It's sad, but yeah, it's just how it is. It's lasted a long time. Anyway, so if our grid is maybe if not is lava, because we do have that, and we can go x 0, y can be A, and z can be B. So if that is the case, then we want to go grid B, A, 0. So it's currently not lava, and we're like right on the edge. So like one of these variables is 0, so we're on the edge of this massive cube thing. And so here we can just call this water, because water can flow to that point. And I think I will also go reach bool.push, so x can be 0, y can be A, and z can be B. So we can push that in. And I think this needs to be done 3 times. Yeah, 3 times like that. Except we change where we are doing the check, I guess. So this one is going to be there, and alright, and Z is going to be that. And so at this point here, we should have a like list of reachable things. So from there, we want to check that things are not empty, and if they are, we want to, yeah, we can just get the reach bool.pop and bang, because we know it exists. And here we basically want to look at all its neighbors. Yeah, so if not is lava grid, and x can be c.x, y can be c.y, and z can be c.z minus 1. So I guess c.z equals 0, or it's not lava. So if, and c.z could be 0 because we literally give it a 0. So if it is 0, we don't want to go negative, and we want to say that it's I actually no, we just want to do that, and maybe just get rid of that. And so if we're not right on the edge and the one next to us is not lava, this is reachable. So here we can go c.z minus 1, this kind of new node, c.y and c.x. So this is going to be cell water, and we're also going to push this new cell, which will be c.x and c.y and c.z minus 1. And here we probably want to do that check a few times, but just with different values. I could probably do some bin magic from that, and maybe find x and there and minus 1 and find the minus. Do that. Find the minus and then find the x and minus 1. Find the x and again and find the minus and do that. So we want to do all of those, and then I think I'll just copy the 1. And here we can just do the plus variance. And so is lava will return false if we're like on the edge. So I think here we do actually want to do c.z is less than size, I think we still have. And find the minus and change it to a plus, and again and again. And here we can do the same thing, but no, we can't just do that. We can do find y and again and plus 1 and find the plus and get rid of it, and find the plus and get rid of it. Find the y and add plus 1, find the y and again plus 1, find z. Yeah, I should have done that. And find the plus and find the plus and find the x and plus 1 and find the comma and plus 1, find the plus. Right, so basically we do that with all the points, and that should theoretically it might just work. Doesn't know how to do that. We don't want cells and all of that, so I think we could probably replace all of this and replace cell bracket with cube bracket. And we need to initialize that maybe there. Didn't work. Did not work. So I think this will do it. Plus 1. it's doing something, but it's like an endless loop. Feels pretty endless. Yeah, it just goes up and up and up. Right, I just like momentarily locked up there. So this isn't quite doing the trick. Because I guess we don't just want to test for lava. We want to test whether, we don't want to test whether it's lava. We want to test whether it is air. Yeah. So I guess we can have another function here. And do that. And here I think we could just replace not is a lava with is air. Maybe do that. 57, is that like a legit answer? 58 is a legit answer. I feel that's pretty close. 64 was that and 58, but we get 57. Do we have a typo? So Z is going down one. Y is going down one. Yep, and X is going down one. And here Z is going up one, and we're checking that it can. And it's just Z, Y, yep, and X, yep. So I guess what I kind of want to do is maybe we can like print this grid, function print grid. Maybe we can just print it. Print line grid equals that, and just give it a grid. So we've got a bunch of borders. Yeah, I think for like row in grid, and then for yeah, we could probably just print out each row, I guess, but it's like a two-dimensional row. Actually, no, it would be better to have indices in it. So for Z in 0 to size, and for Y in 0 to size, and for X in 0 to size, here we can group line X, Y, Z equals that, and X, Y, Z, and this can be grid Z, Y, and X like that, and here we just need 3 of those. We don't have size. What about if we change that to max plus 1? Do that. So here we should have, so they reckoned 1 was air, 2 to 5. So maybe if we search for 2 to 5, it maybe we can search for air, and that is the only air we have. And maybe we can do this in grep for lava, and maybe also do a word count on that, and maybe do a word count on input. Right, so we have lava and we have the air, correct? So I guess this part 2 might not be getting the right thing. Yeah, I think for testing water we do want it to be that. I think some of the logic we wanted out here, but this might just do the trick. 58, that looks good, and if we get rid of that, we should have more of a dot test at 18. We should get a better thing. So 2044, 2044, 2044. So if we submit that, that is the right answer. So what I will do is inputs day 18 example we can add up. That's part 2. Then outputs day 18 example. Part 2 is 58. Part 2 is 58. And I guess the second one, it will just be 10, and the input was, output was 2044, 2044. So here we can probably just add all of that and commit that up into day 18 part 2, and maybe push. Don't know if I can. Looks like I can. Cool. Well, that is that. Unfortunate that Serenity is getting into a thing, but I'll try and fix it up for next time. But for now, thanks for watching the video, and yeah, you can see this